Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Today we're doing a bit of a different flip through. This is a finished coloring book flip, meaning I have finished this coloring book from start to finish. Now I have two yellow stick tabs or stickies in them, as they're known, simply because they're going to be included in the final month's pages. I wanted to flip through this today, so I did finish it and I'm really proud of it. This book has taken me about, I think, a year and a half, maybe 2 years to finish, but it is finished. I feel happy, but I also feel sad because I'm not going to get a chance to work in it again. But this is Crown Fantasy Queens by Deborah Muller. A lot of you know Deborah Muller as Chirpy Mermaid Art on her Instagram, and she also has a lot of her tags are Chubby Mermaid. So on Instagram, she's known as Chubby Mermaid Art. Drinking some coffee. Because my coffee didn't taste right this morning from where I bought. Normally, where I get it in the morning is really good. So here's the Deborah Muller book. So as you can see, this is a cover. I will leave a link down below where you can purchase this book if you want it. I did this book mostly in markers and gel pens, and I did put a few pencils here and there, but mostly it was just for little things. So this is the very first page. I did this in marker and pencil. Yeah, you can tell which ones I did in marker because a juicy marker will always show through, and this is how you know you use juicy markers. I don't remember what I used, but I knew I did use pencil on her skin to smooth it out because I didn't like the skin. It was too light and blotchy. Sometimes I'll use pencil to smooth out the skin. That's a trick you can use with markers if the marker comes out blotchy. This, I believe, was all markers. I really did enjoy working in this book. These books are fun to work in. This was my Ode to Blue. Most of the part, and then I took the wrong color, and then it was like a purplish blue. So, you know, sometimes you look back on a book and go, what were you thinking when you colored this? And then sometimes you're like, oh, I like this picture. This picture came out good. Some of these pictures I really like. Will I be keeping this? Probably not. I will probably not be keeping the finished copy of the book because I just don't have room. So I'm doing the flip through now. My mother didn't like this pic. I did, actually, because this has some gel pen in it. You guys don't really see it. This one has gel pen. You guys can't really see it, but it does have a few gel pens in it. So, like, only this Pentel Sparkle Pop really shows in the camera for whatever reason. This is one of those books that, you know, is just something fun to do and something different that you can do with all kinds of markers. I don't remember what markers I used on which page, though. But this is mostly a marker book with some pencils to cover up the shit. Now, I probably used Arteza. You can see this is the yellow. I probably used Arteza markers on this page because the yellow here that you see here and the yellow that you see here, I was able to cover up most of the yellow that transpired. The previous picture was probably Arteza markers because they did this to my paper. So, the thing is, if you use Arteza Everblends, I had the original set. They tend to bleed through on this paper for whatever reason, so I wouldn't recommend Arteza Everblends ever again. I thought they were good at first until I saw what they did to my pages. I like this one. There are a lot of awesome pictures in this book. How much? This one. My marker faded, so I had to use a different brown marker. But it still came out good, the hair. I wanted to try something that was a non-traditional hair color. So I did that. You can tell the marker was drying up because it didn't bleed, like you could tell it didn't bleed all the way through. So that's when you can tell your marker is starting to dry, because it doesn't soak the paper. Most markers will soak the paper when they're done. I like this one. I should have gone with the red color because it had a wolf, so I was trying to do what we would call a Game of Thrones. This is like a brownish red, but I should have done it pure red. This one was trying to do yellows and greens. I actually did all the yellows and greens before I did the hair color, and then I did the brown. So. I like that her girls aren't your typical girls, like some of them are a little bit on the chubbier side. This, I think I was trying to do something for Halloween because of the skull and the purple hair. Really like that. Does it have gel pen, this one? Yeah, you can see the glitter in that. This was also done with gel pen. These were probably done with my Tamnet gel pens, the crown. I do like the faces you see, I like this style of coloring book more than I would like other coloring books, just because there's faces and there's backgrounds and there's gem work in this, so. Sometimes a little bit of an animal, but not too much of an animal, you know? Like that. This is nice. I like the pink. I'm trying to remember what pink this is because it wasn't part of my Paracuse, but it was something else. And it wasn't my Copic, so it was probably one of my other brands. Probably my Dick Blicks. Knowing me. Now this I should have made the skin darker, and I didn't make the skin darker, so that was what I was trying to do. So I was just trying to learn how to do the blending, and I came up with this with 2 colors, so. This one has gems in it. I forget what I was thinking, but most of this book, almost, I would say, all of this book is done in marker and gel pen. I was trying to do a pink-haired girl. I wanted to try and do something different with my hair color. Now this one was funny because I told the story about this picture last month that I actually was looking for a different, this was not the original blue I had planned. I was looking for a darker blue, but it ended up matching the hat. So that ended up being why this blue ended up going instead of the darker blue. This one was just something fun and whimsical to do when I did it. This one was a Native American I was trying. I messed up with the skin really badly. So I had to use pencil, and then I had to go over it with marker again to get it to be this color. So I did not have a good time with this, but you know, it was a learning experience with how to do darker tan skin. Now when I did this one, I was thinking Game of Thrones because of the wolf on top, and so I was thinking make her hair red like Sansa. I really should have done it as a brunette to think of Arya and her connection to the wolf. And that is the final page, but you can see how the marker bled through. And then you see that she has all these things on Instagram, Etsy, Pinterest, email, website. Her website is chubbymermaidart.com. So that is the final flip through. That is a finished flip through of Crown Fantasy Queens. I hope you have liked this finished flip through of my book, of my coloring book, the coloring book that I colored from front to back. The last 2 pages in the book will be part of the monthly pages at the end of the month. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and give it a thumbs up if you like it.